guys, and welcome back to our channel. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Ken, and today we're going to talk about the first two episodes of the new Apple Plus original TV series, Severance.
Yeah, Severance.
A show that is directed by Ben Stiller, at least some of the episodes.
Yeah.
And written by a guy named Dan Erickson, who I was looking up his filmography, and he has nothing.
Oh, okay.
He's never done anything. This is the first thing, like written, directed, produced, all that stuff. So that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
You don't usually see that, like literally nothing else on his resume.
Right.
This is his first thing.
Yeah. We just finished watching the first two episodes. That is all that's out right now. It comes out every Friday.
Yeah, they did. I think they dropped the first two episodes last Friday. They did two at once.
Gotcha.
And now they're going to go week to week. Which Apple TV Plus, it's usually pretty par for the course for them. But before we get into talking about our thoughts on this, we want to ask that if you are not yet a subscriber of Married with Media, definitely hit that subscribe button. Also, be sure to like this video. And if you've seen this show, which I haven't really heard anybody really talking about it.
Right.
Let us know in the comment section below. And also, if you choose to watch this based on our recommendation, let us know what you think of it in the comment section below. But getting right into it, what are your just initial thoughts on this show?
So you had brought this show up to us.
Yes.
To me.
So I guess I can't say I haven't heard anything about it. I feel like I heard a little bit of buzz online about it. Yeah,
so you brought it up, and so I just like the premise of it.
The premise is very interesting.
Yeah.
It definitely makes you go, ah.
Yeah, it's very right up my alley.
Yep.
I love these types of shows and movies, and by that I mean kind of like futuristic
science fiction,
technology.
Yeah, it very heavily leans into the sci-fi. It may or may not be some type of dystopian setting. There's things about this world I don't feel like we fully know yet.
Right.
I don't know exactly how far it would be into the future because they still have regular cell phones that we're used to seeing day to day. So technology doesn't seem to advance that much.
Yeah.
But it does feel like it could be 10, 15 years into the future.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like too, though, if you think about it, I'm sure that they keep a lot of technology under wraps, way before.
Yeah, it could be something's happening right now.
Way before we ever hear about it. But yeah, so, right out the gate, I am fully invested in this show.
Oh, yeah.
I think that it's fantastic. I'm loving it.
Do you want to go into the premise of it? If you feel like you can explain it?
Yeah, I'll let you do that.
So basically, we can go into the cast as well.
Yeah,
but you got Adam Scott in this, who, if you don't know Adam, you've seen him in tons of comedies.
Yeah.
He's in Step Brothers. He's in Parks and Rec. He pops up in a lot of places. You're not the biggest fan of Adam Scott. I feel like every time he pops up, you're like, oh, God, that guy again.
Yeah.
He's definitely an actor that if you say that he annoys you, I could totally understand it.
Yeah,
I've always really enjoyed Adam Scott and pretty much everything he's been in.
He does not bother me in this.
Yeah, Adam Scott's in this, and it's basically about a company that hires people and they sever their brains. Not really literally, but
they implant a chip that separates their personal life from their work life.
They're severing their consciousness from their normal life to their work life. So when you go to work, you can't remember your home life, and when you're at home, you can't remember your work life, which is an interesting concept in and of itself, because it kind of makes you think about how would you how would you do in a situation like that? How would you cope with that? And just thinking about your own personal work life, home balance and all that.
Right. So, before, like you said, it is a voluntary thing. So you decide that you want to do it. And
they drop you right into a scenario right when somebody's basically going through their orientation. And then they kind of backtrack a little bit and show you a little bit before that.
Yeah, that you you basically make a video to your future self.
Yeah.
That says, you have agreed to do this, because obviously when you come to after like the procedure, you're very panicked because you're at work, and so that means you don't remember anything about yourself.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times what happens is, even though they had previously agreed to it, they panic and they want out. And, you know, we're finding out that it doesn't really work that way.
Yeah. And also, like, the consciousness that is in work has been created by them in a sense. So for them to want out means that they would essentially be ending their life at work, at least. So that's an interesting concept, I think.
Yeah, for me,
or at least that's what they try to sell to you.
Right.
Which, like, who's to say which reality is really yours, or which consciousness is really yours? Those are the questions that I'm kind of having eternally as I watch the show.
I mean, I feel like obviously it would be the real life. But, you know, just like to quickly talk about like kind of what it like makes you think about, like we were talking about, can you imagine like how like focused you could probably be, or like how much work you could get done if you weren't like thinking about your you know, personal life at home, because a lot of times, you know, that happens, but then, you know, as you talk about it more, like you realize that it's kind of a scary thing to think that when you're one place, you basically are missing like half of your memories. And so it's kind of like you're missing time. And so it's very interesting.
It kind of reminds me of like, you know, a cloning situation. Like you've seen movies and TV shows where they've had clones. It's like where somebody's personality is split at a certain point in time. And then each one of them have their own like separate
wasn't that
set
that
of memories.
one show with Paul Rudd?
I forget what the name of that show, but it kind of reminds me of something like that.
Because that was
only
on
it's,
Netflix too.
It's not actually like physically you're being split. It's your mind's being
there's still just one of you. But yeah, so I'm trying to think what else.
It's a very interesting show. It's very intriguing. It sets up a lot of questions and mysteries, and it's engaging. Like I'm legitimately interested in watching the next episode, seeing how this story develops. It has a real fun tone to it as well. It's not like super serious and dramatic, but it can definitely be that at times. But there's also like moments of humor and stuff, and quippy dialogue from certain characters. You got John Turturro, who you probably know from like Transformers. He was in those movies, but he was also in a lot of Coen Brothers films. You got Christopher Walken that just showed up in the show.
I think he's probably going to be like a little like cameo kind of thing, but
it was fun seeing Christopher Walken. And then Patricia Arquette is in the show too as like the head boss, which she's real good so far, but her character is very mysterious. You don't know too much about her, but it's definitely intriguing.
You know, just 2 episodes in, we're kind of finding out that they're starting to, I guess, they've got like a new hire, I guess, and she seems to be questioning things a lot more.
Yes.
Or maybe,
and I don't know. I haven't seen that actress in anything, so.
She kind of looks familiar, but I'm not sure.
The other guy that they're working with in the office, I've seen him in other stuff, but I don't know his name.
Yeah. But it could be that she's like so new, and so she's still very like curious and all that kind of stuff, and the other guys are kind of like past the point of trying to like really want or figure things out.
She's very much taking the role of like us as the audience. Like it's her like learning about all this stuff as she goes, like we are. So she's kind of like that entry point character. So
that those are our initial thoughts. You know, just fresh off the couch from watching it. Definitely recommend checking it out. Like we said. I'm excited, you know, for tomorrow, actually. A new one will come out.
And I don't know if this is a show that, you know, we might be compelled to cover week to week, maybe. So this might be one. But I definitely highly recommend this to anybody. You know, jump on it, watch these first 2 episodes, and then maybe we can start reviewing it every week. And you guys can, you know, kind of keep up with the show with us as we go. But as for my initial rating, if I'm going out of 5... I would probably give it a 4 out of a 5.
Okay.
Again, it doesn't feel complete. There's a lot of stuff, like questions that need to be answered. So I can't like say 5 out of 5. It's excellent or anything. because there's a lot of stuff that I think we need to have developed. And this is definitely one of those shows that I could see them not giving fully satisfying answers to.
Yeah.
So hopefully that doesn't happen. But
I
don't know.
That happens a lot, though. And, sometimes I feel like we as humans like to know things. And so sometimes we don't get, the conclusion that we want. But anyway, as far as my score goes, I might be a little high off of it, but I'm going to say a 4.5.
Yeah.
Because again,
totally
I just really love these types of shows. They just really intrigue me.
It is a really just interesting show, and it has a really good I love a good score and music and soundtrack and
I mean, everybody's good in it. Like, nobody really bothers me.
No, everybody's great in it. Great performances, great direction by Ben Stiller. I mean, he's directed things before, but mostly like comedies and stuff. But
and just quickly too, the intro to the show is really cool.
So. Oh yeah, they didn't show the intro in the first episode, but they did in the second. And it definitely was. And you said it reminded you of like The Sims.
Yeah.
We were watching it, so it definitely has that feel. But appreciate you guys watching this review of the first 2 episodes of Severance on Apple TV Plus. I definitely recommend you give this one a watch, especially if you already have Apple TV Plus. Please subscribe to our channel if you like TV reviews and movie reviews and all that kind of stuff. And like this video. Comment down below if you've watched the show or are going to watch this show based on our recommendation. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.